Hi, and welcome to week one, which is entitled Setting the Foundation for Hermeneutics and Biblical Interpretation. I'm Dr. Brian Babcock, and I'll be your professor this semester. And I really look forward to getting to know each of you and helping to present this exciting, at least I find exciting, material on how to interpret the Bible correctly. Um, Before we get started on the academic material, I would love for you to take a few minutes and introduce yourself to me and the rest of the class. I've also posted a bit about my background so you guys can know what I do when I'm not teaching biblical studies. So please take a few minutes and introduce yourself on the community post of Blackboard. Tell me how you most hope to use your newfound knowledge about biblical interpretation, and what do you hope to learn from this course? Also, let me know a bit about you. It helps me kind of visualize each of you as we work through the semester. And part of the joy that a professor has is seeing the students evolve. And then even after the course, I have students who I've worked with 10 years ago who I still stay in touch with because we were able to establish some rapport in the class. So that's not only important from my perspective, but it's important that your fellow students get to know you so that you guys can develop rapport as well. Now, for this week, we have two goals: to review the major points of significance from within the history of interpretation. In other words, there's more to interpreting the Bible than just reading it and saying, well, this is what it means to me. We're trying to delve down to what did the original author intend for the original audience to understand as inspired by the Holy Spirit. And so we really have 3 points. We have what did God intend through the Holy Spirit? What did the author intend through the author's writing? And finally, what did the initial recipient understand based upon their own context? And so we're going to review the history of that interpretation over the course of time until the modern day. Then to summarize various aspects of hermeneutics and the process of interpretation. Now we have a few assignments in our discussion group this week. The first is a reference chart where I want you to summarize the major movements in biblical interpretation noted in the Klein reading for this week, which is all the bold headings that should be summarized. There is a template for your example and use. Be sure to use that and be sure to be as thorough as possible. I grade fairly stringently in that I am looking for engagement in the classroom reading, I am looking for outside research, and I am looking for biblical support on all of your assignments. So this is a great place to start with our first assignment on week one. Do your best work. Be sure to review the grading rubric for this assignment before starting the assignment and again before submitting it. This is a good note for all of your classes at Moody. To review the rubric, click on the assignment link, then on the button that says View Rubric underneath the points for the assignment. That will make sure that at least you have looked through what's expected and how I will be grading. For a discussion post this week, I want you to summarize your understanding of hermeneutics and the goal of the interpretive process, which is a big assignment. So to summarize your understanding of what does hermeneutics mean and the goal of that interpretive process. Be sure to include a brief review of Vanhooser's application of hermeneutics to the interpretation of culture, giving your initial opinion of this approach. Now, when we use the word opinion academically, I'm not just asking, well, what do I think? It's what do you think based upon your outside research, your biblical support, and your rhetoric, which is making a point through your argument. So it is not just an unfounded opinion, it is what is my supported opinion on this and on Vanhooser. Each student should interact with at least 2 other posts in addition to an initial 1-page discussion post. be sure to review, again, the expectations for the discussion posts in your rubrics and the announcements. And what I mean by that is there is a rubric for discussion posts, but perhaps even more importantly, I have posted a video in the announcement section on my expectations for discussion posts. Again, I am looking for deeper engagement in discussion than some other professors. I see this as the best way that we can emulate a classroom setting. So I want to see not only a well-founded, well-researched, well-written initial post, but I want to see ongoing engagement over the weekend. And that means pick a thread and engage back and forth with other students. That allows you to get to know each other better. It allows you to explore the discussion topic more deeply. And it allows you to understand the material and internalize it and apply it better. And so I'm really looking for engagement, not just a couple of comments, in order to get full marks on discussion posts. As always, the first post is due on Friday, midnight Central Standard Time, with the last engagement discussion Monday, midnight Central Standard Time. Now, for some last thoughts, please remember to go do your class introduction under the community posts. I look forward to a great semester. I've taught this course several times. I enjoy the material, and I think students enjoy the material as they go through it. And then feel free to email me anytime. I clear my emails every day before I head to bed. So usually there is far less than a 24-hour response time. I live and travel most of the year out of the country, so calling me is not always easy. But start a conversation by email with your question, and then we can arrange a time for a call as necessary. I am happy to arrange times for calls. It's just picking up the phone and calling me may or may not reach me. So email is a great first point of contact. Thanks for a great semester, or for at least a great start to the semester. I look forward to getting to know you and to the material. Have a great day.